So I'm about to start editing the video that I just recorded, like this one you just watched. I do just want to say that my best friend Sarah, the one I talk about in this video, she has a podcast called 21st Century, SIN, like century, but like sinning, like century, where she talks about everything that happened, and it's going to be more of like from her point of view. And like she sent me part of what she has so far, her unedited podcast version, but she's like reading text messages that I sent her the night of the assault and stuff. I definitely think you should listen to that to also get a clearer picture of what going through this is like, and for girls that have been through this to listen to that to feel less alone. I would give a trigger warning because like listening to that definitely brought back a lot of memories I've suppressed, but I definitely think it's really good to listen to it just to open people's eyes and realize, oh crap, like this is real and this happens to people. Well, I'll definitely post her. This video is going to come out before her podcast does. Her podcast is going to be released Monday night at 12 a.m. or like Sunday at 12 a.m. So I'll definitely make sure to immediately put the link to her podcast in this when it's posted. Welcome back. You might be here from my last video, and I already recorded this video, but there were a few changes that I wanted to make the more I thought about it. So this video is just about my story and the things that I experienced throughout this whole situation, so thank you for listening. I have dates of everything that happened written out on a piece of paper. The last video that I made, I really wanted to express being a victim of SA, why you should be encouraged to come forward if you're comfortable, how it can help other people, how all I want to do in this world is to spread awareness and just help people in general with like whatever I can. And I just wanted to turn such a terrible situation into something positive. I had a part 1. That video should already be posted by now. This is the part 2, the aftermath to everything. So I wasn't really sure if I wanted to make this video or not, just because of how close I was with the people that I worked with. So I worked at a restaurant called Piper's Tavern. It's a pretty popular local place where I'm from. I worked there for 2 years and 11 months. I got really close with my coworkers, customers. I worked my way up to being a manager. I worked so many hours there, so I was there all the time. It felt like a second home. But after I was SA'd, that happened August 18th. I'm 99% sure. So that happened August 18th. I pressed charges. Actually, let me back up. I just want to tell this in order, because this is a really serious situation. The assault happened August 18th of 2021. So when that happened, the general manager, who I was friends with at the time, her name is Cynthia, I had a meeting with her to talk about what happened. I still hadn't processed anything, was still like honestly not even mentally ready to come forward yet about everything, but I just felt like I had to. So I talked to one of my coworkers and I told him what happened, and he was like, oh my gosh, like we have to have a meeting with Cynthia. We have to do this. And I was scared she was going to fire me because she had personal feelings for the person that assaulted me. And she had these feelings for quite a long time. So I was afraid that she thought I was trying to get with him or something, which clearly I wasn't from everything that happened. Like I said, we all worked so many hours. We all hung out with each other. I thought I could trust this person. Like, we didn't have time to hang out with other people outside of work, so we all just kind of hung out within each other. So that's essentially like the backstory to that. So after I was assaulted and told my coworker what happened, he was like, we have to have a meeting with Cynthia. I had a meeting with her, and he came as well. And then my other coworker came that I'm close with as well. That meeting was on August 19th. And my coworker that I talked to first spoke for me mostly, because if anybody knows me, in serious situations, my brain kind of just like blacks out and I don't know what to say, which I was grateful for him that he was talking most of the time, because I was just so shocked. I couldn't process anything. So it was just nice for him to talk. And he was like, if you do not fire this person today, I am not showing up for any more of my shifts. We didn't think she would. We were like 50-50 just because we knew her personal feelings for him. But I mean, she ended up firing him August 19th. I pressed charges, I think it was August 22nd, and then he was arrested on August 23rd. So that was already tough enough. I still hadn't processed things. I was talked to strongly to press charges. I decided to protect other people. They told me if I only made a police report, that if he had done this in a different state, that state wouldn't be able to see what he did to me. Only the city that I live in can see it. And that didn't sit right with me, because I felt like I couldn't protect more people. This is when things took a turn at the place I worked. I found out that Cynthia bailed him out of jail on August 28th. It was kept a secret from me, I think for about a week. I'm not sure, but I know it was kept from me for a few days because it was such a terrible thing to do to me. Because I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. She told me when I was telling her what happened, she looked me in my face and said, "You and Piper's come before my personal feelings." And then to come to find out that she bailed my assaulter out of jail, I was infuriated. I was numb. I couldn't think straight. And I was at work, mind you, when I found this out. I kept calm. I kept my composure. I was so mad. But I didn't show it because I didn't know what my next move was going to be. She didn't know that I knew. It's such a blur to me in a way, because it was this, then this, then this, then this. And everything was just like beating me into the ground. That it was just, I just couldn't even think straight. My other coworkers found out. They were talking to me about it. How do you feel? I'm like, obviously I'm mad. What? Like, how else would I feel? I feel backstabbed, betrayed. Like, I just thought it just blew my mind. So I found that out. I was so upset. Honestly, I would say probably like 97% of the staff wanted to quit because of this. Nobody felt safe, because obviously she's defending someone who SAs people and knows that, because like I said, my meeting where I told her what happened to me was on August 19th. The same day she fired him was the same day I had that meeting with her. So she knew, because he was arrested on 8/23, and the district attorney told me, if I remember correctly, he didn't spend a night in jail, which meant she came and bailed him out the same day that he was arrested. So she knew previously what he did to me and tried to say that she didn't know, which is a lie, because what I was told was, if you bail somebody out of jail, you know what they're arrested for. And I have been to bail someone out of jail before and knew what they were in jail for. So that was a lie. I just kept getting lied to about so many things, and it was just so frustrating. So I called a meeting with our two owners. I had a meeting with both of them. It was either September 4th or September 5th of 2021. I don't exactly remember what day it was, but I'm 99% sure it was one of the two. And I was talking to him. They already knew why I was there. They knew like the situation. They knew she bailed him out of jail. I remember Jimmy asked me, what does the staff want? And I said, for Cynthia to get fired. And he was kind of like, whoa, we can't do that. Like, you're family, she's family. Whoa, everybody makes bad decisions, which I understand. But at the end of the day, she is representing your business. You want to have someone who is supporting someone who sexually assaults people? It's insane to me the things that she was allowed to get away with there. Okay, so I had that meeting. That's how it started. And then it turned into him telling me how everyone makes bad decisions. He said that they were going to talk to her about her decision making, and then they said, but here's the kicker. He told me she shouldn't have bailed him out of jail, just like how I shouldn't have hung out with the guy that assaulted me. Let that sink in. What does that tell you? That told me that what happened to me was my fault. That didn't sit right with me, because that's just encouraging R culture, like the R word culture. So at that moment when he told me that, that's when I knew, all right, you got to start looking for another job. You can't work for someone who is telling you that almost getting R worded is your fault. No. So then that was a whole thing. I ended up leaving. I quit. My last day was October 3rd, 2021. So then flash forward to Christmas Day, 2021. They posted some Facebook post about being like our Piper's family, blah, blah, blah. That didn't sit right. I didn't see the post at first. It was brought to my attention by a girl I used to work with named Kaylee. So that didn't sit right with her, because she knew everything that happened behind closed doors. So she was rubbed the wrong way by the post and wanted to express her own opinions by the things she's experienced from this restaurant. And she commented under their Facebook picture, whatever they posted, immediately was deleted. And then
Y'all act like you're a big happy family on here and care about your staff when your manager supported a bartender who R-worded slash section or SA'd other staff members over her own staff. Your staff is amazing. Your manager acting like they care about their staff because it's Christmas time is despicable when people have quit over being sexually assaulted. Sharing this because I know my comment will be deleted. Many of my former coworkers have been R-worded and SA'd by a bartender, and the manager went and bailed him out of jail. Friends were given ultimatums not to work there and felt unsafe and quit. You fire the manager, not let the employees quit. Seeing them sit here and act like they care because it's Christmas is gross. They should not even be opened. Thank you, Sarah Myers, for screenshotting. This is not about being petty, not about trying to ruin a business. This is about keeping friends of mine safe. This is absolutely disgusting. The staff deserves better. This is on ownership and management, and if you're in Raleigh area, be aware of this. Ooh, rough look when a business deletes comments calling them out for supporting an employee who SAs another employee. And let's not forget about the manager who supported the R word instead of the victim. But hey, they'll just delete any comments that force them to take any kind of accountability. Absolutely disgusting. Merry Christmas. How dare you share something like this when an employee was SA'd by another employee and a manager bailed him out? Despicable.
I'm pretty sure I know for a fact it wasn't even like a whole 24 hours later. Sarah calls me. Jimmy's threatening a lawsuit against me for that Yelp post, Facebook thing. Oh, also Kaylee made a Yelp review as well, because establishments cannot pay to get certain reviews deleted. So he called my best friend, and I'm telling you, when it comes to people I care about and love, I get very defensive over them. So he called my best friend Sarah, and he called Kaylee and was threatening a lawsuit against them, saying he was going to sue them for slander and libel. Sarah told me that she was at work when this happened. She said, I'm at work. I can't talk about this right now. And he basically was like, where do you work? I'll come to you. And Sarah was like, no. Like, the whole thing sounded like a giant threat and a scare tactic to get them to delete this review. I already recorded this video. And I don't know, I didn't say this. So when Jimmy contacted Kaylee and Sarah, threatening a lawsuit against them for saying these things, which are factual statements that you can prove, he contacted them, and then he contacted me, and I will read those text messages. He said, hey, Rachel, I tried to call, but your voicemail is full. I would appreciate a call to discuss your friend's post from your friend's post from Sarah and Kaylee on Christmas. Let's have a conversation like we handled it before.
I do want to add before I continue with the rest of the video that his text message really hurt my feelings just because I did feel like family to these people, and he didn't even ask, hey, how are you? How are you doing? After knowing everything that I've been through, haven't talked to him since October at that point. Like, it just really hurt me.
Nothing was handled before. What he's referring to is our conversation with both him and Dan when he asked me what the staff wants, and I said for Cynthia to be fired. And his only, I don't know if I said this in this video because I already made this video before, but essentially his only way of fixing the problem was to get everybody to shut up about it. Essentially because everybody wanted to quit, but we made so much money there that we were scared to. So everybody was kind of just like pushing the other one to find a new job and quit because it was an unsafe and toxic work environment. So nothing was actually handled from that conversation besides him saying, "Oh, I'll just tell everybody to shut up," which is not an actual way to handle this conversation. Cynthia should have been fired. And that's why I had to quit, because I was like, I cannot work with somebody who's going to support someone who R words and SAs other people. I cannot work with someone like that. I'll take a pay cut. It's going to suck, but I'd rather be okay mentally than be here and suffer. I wasn't going to reply, but like I said, when I care about people, I get extremely defensive over them. And I was really infuriated because he was threatening one of my best friends and my other friend. That didn't sit right with me. So I said I wasn't going to reply. The more I thought about it, the more frustrated I became. I want to start off by saying I don't appreciate you threatening my friends, especially someone I call a sister first and foremost. Secondly, I don't think you understand all the things I have had to go through. So saying this is affecting your family really felt like a slap in the face after everything I've had to endure. In our meeting, you were talking about how people make bad decisions, like how Cynthia shouldn't have bailed blank out of jail and how I shouldn't have hung out with him. That was a very backhanded way of telling me that what happened to me was my fault. A very misogynistic view to have, and a view that encourages our culture, like our word culture. Your only solution was to tell everyone to stop talking about it. That was never a real solution. You just understandably didn't want your business to crumble when more people decided to quit if they kept talking and got more frustrated with everything happening during that time. That meeting was when I decided to quit. Nothing they said was slander, and you know that's true. I'm sorry this is affecting your family, but myself and others have to live with what blank did to us, but you have to deal with your decisions. I was also told by Kaylee that he told her that this is affecting my family now. What about me? That's such a slap in the face to sit here because of a Yelp review that wasn't even up for 24 hours is affecting your family after everything I've had to go through. Watch my last video, listen to the things that I was put through in this, and tell me this is affecting your family. Think about the things that I had to deal with and go through. And all of these things are facts. And I'm not blowing anything out of proportion like what Cynthia apparently said, which was told to me by another ex-coworker. I'm not blowing anything out of proportion. Everything, I have dates for everything. This is exactly what happened. And it's really, really terrible that it did. And it's not fair.
And what's also not fair is that Jimmy and Cynthia don't have to have cameras installed in their house. They don't have to freak out and get scared genuinely whenever they see the same car that my assaulter drive by. They don't have to check the ring camera every time something goes off. They don't have to keep a door stopper under their door every night to feel safe in their head mentally. They also haven't had to go to therapy to deal with the PTSD and trauma from all of this and the suicidal thoughts that I've gotten from all of this. It's not fair, and that is not fair. That is not fair. So don't sit here and tell me this is affecting your family.
Yeah, he called, threatened my best friend, threatened my other friend with a lawsuit. That didn't sit right with me. And at that moment, that's when I knew, hey, eventually I'm going to make this video.
Sorry for such a weird cutoff. We're at the end of the video now. I just wanted to say this is my story. These are my emotions, thoughts, and feelings, and I just wanted to share them with everyone just in case people are going through something similar, just to bring comfort and to let other people know that they're not alone with such a serious situation. I might post the guy's mugshot. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I just don't want him attached to me at all, but then again, I want to protect people as well. He moved to Hilton Head, South Carolina, so maybe.
Yeah, so I guess this is the end of this video. I just felt really strongly to make this just because of what I was put through. And I feel like I've lost so much already that at this point, and in my head when I was making this video, I was like, oh, well, are people that I'm friends with that work there still gonna hate me now for this video? But at the end of the day, like, you have to understand what I was put through. How would you feel if you were in my position? Like, genuinely think about it, because what happened to me is not okay in the slightest. So I'm just trying to bring awareness for everything and just show how just one situation can affect someone so bad. And like how it's not okay to joke about things like this because it's so serious. And like people just need to be supportive and listen and understand and just realize the extent of how far things can go sometimes, because it's not cool. That's all I have to say for right now. If I feel like saying anything else, I'll make another video. So this is like my millionth time rewatching this video, re-editing it, because this was hands down the situations that hurt and cut me the absolute worst. Which is like crazy to say. It's just like losing a family, it feels like, that you worked so hard for, and I don't know, it just sucks. It just hurts. It definitely messed up my head with how I view people and like trust and stuff. So, yeah, I know I said this before. I really just wanted to make these videos just to bring comfort to people in similar situations, to empower people, to like encourage people to come forward. Oh, I thought I was about to start crying, but I didn't. I've cried way more than I should have since August, so that's fun. Anyway, sorry, I'm like delusional. I literally worked on these videos for like 10 hours yesterday, and I'm still like went back again just to make sure everything was like said how I wanted it to be said. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I've received so much support. Like, it's overwhelming, honestly, how much support I've received from this. Like, people are so amazing. You guys are so amazing. And I couldn't be more grateful for the people that know me and the people that I surround myself with. So I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody, because like y'all are freaking awesome and I really appreciate you. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you for the support. This is the next day after I already posted the first video, and like people are messaging me, supporting me so much, and just like I think people are really listening and understanding to the if I can speak. And people are really listening to the messages and the message that I really wanted to get out there, and I could not be more grateful. So everybody have a blessed, lovely life, year, day. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I'm so grateful. Thank you.